Michael Joseph Jackson. From abused child to the king of pop, Michael Jackson's success story is one of the most inspiring in history. Born on August 29, 1958, in the small city of Gary, Indiana, Jackson's childhood was an interesting and troubling experience. With 9 brothers and sisters, his family lived in a very small home and survived primarily on his father's income as a local steel worker. Throughout his youth, Michael, along with his brothers and sisters, performed as a local song and dance act. Dubbed the Jackson Brothers, the family band performed on television and radio, soon gaining nationwide exposure. They expanded the band's routine, brought in new appeal for listeners, and were soon calling themselves the Jackson 5. An early prodigy under Motown Records, Michael was quickly the star of the group, dominating its vocal lines and standing out due to his eccentric and stylish dance routines. After a series of hits, the band left Motown Records in the mid-1970s, and Michael struck out on his own, searching for solo success. He certainly found it. Working with Epic Records, he released Off the Wall, an album that spawned numerous hits and radio favorites. Searching for a truly iconic release, he spent the next 6 years in a state of constant business and hard work, completing the legendary Thriller album with producer Quincy Jones. Thriller went on to become the world's highest-selling album in history. While Jackson's successes seemed to be the product of luck or talent alone, the singer was actually renowned in the industry for his incredible work ethic. The staff that worked with Jackson on the Thriller and Bad albums recall him spending constant late nights in the studio, often trying to add just a single vocal line or make a tiny change to just one bar of a single song. This work ethic extended to Jackson's live performances. Backup dancers and stage assistants have recalled stories of Jackson spending hours in the late night and early morning practicing his dances, his solo parts, and his stylish stage shows. It wasn't uncommon for Jackson to sleep only 1 or 2 hours a night and spend the rest of his time working endlessly to perfect his performance. Jackson has often attributed his incredible work ethic to his upbringing, which ranged from exciting and confidence-building to terrifying and abusive. His father was a brutal and cold man, who forced his children to practice endlessly to perfect their craft. While Jackson denounced his father's violent and abusive ways, he has always claimed that he was an influence on his work ethic and attitude. Michael Jackson supported many charities. This included a Burns charity in Culver City, California. This followed an incident where Michael Jackson was burnt in filming a Pepsi commercial in 1984. He also supported HIV/AIDS charities at a time when it was still unfashionable. In 1984, he received an award from President Ronald Reagan for his support of charities which help overcome alcohol and drug abuse. From his 1984 Victory Tour, he donated all funds. In 1985, he also co-wrote the charity single, We Are the World, with Lionel Richie. It sold over 30 million copies and the proceeds were sent to poor in the US and Africa. The original Heal the World Foundation was a charitable organization founded by entertainer Michael Jackson in 1992. The foundation's creation was inspired by his charitable single of the same name. He continued his charity work to the end of his life, supporting charity concerts such as Aid for Victims of Kosovo War. Following his death in 2009, Michael's career took on a new light, and the singer's immense and long-lasting success have been seen as a symbol of what can happen through a great deal of hard work and ambition. From pop icon to all-round entertainer, Michael Jackson's immense success, both as an artist and as a commercial property, make him a great source of inspiration.